So there's this new AI model, it's called SORA, and it just dropped. And wow, it is already a complete game changer. It lets literally anyone generate these hyper-realistic videos. And I'm not talking about some clunky animation. We're talking about clips that are already racking up hundreds of millions of views online.
And look, this quote right here, it's from a content creator who's been in the game for 8 years. 8 years! And they're calling this the single biggest gold rush opportunity they have ever seen. That is a huge statement, and it really tells you that we are standing on the edge of something massive. But, and this is the tough part, here's the harsh reality of it all. Statistically speaking, 99% of people who hear about this, they're just gonna miss out. They'll be too slow, maybe a little too scared, or they'll just write it off as being too complicated. And you know what that means? It means the field is wide open for that 1% who are willing to jump in and take action right now. So the real question is, which group are you gonna be in? Okay, so before you dive headfirst into this, there are 3 fundamental rules you absolutely have to understand. According to our source, if you skip this part, you're, and I'm quoting here, cooked. So yeah, let's make sure that doesn't happen.
Okay, rule number 1, and this is a big one. Let's just debunk the biggest myth right now, the idea that you can't monetize AI content. That is just flat out false. YouTube has come out and said that as long as your content is transformational, which just means you're adding your own unique value, a voiceover, a script, a clever edit, you are good to go. And if you need proof, check out a channel called World War II Tales. It uses AI for scripts and voices, and it pulled in over $100,000 in a single month from YouTube ads. The money is definitely real. All right, number 2. This is what's called a blue ocean. Just picture a massive, wide-open sea, and there are no other ships in sight. That's what we're looking at. Because SORA is brand new. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has a head start. This means your creativity is your ultimate weapon. It's not about who has the most money, it's about who has the wildest ideas. Imagine generating historical events like they were filmed on an iPhone, or creating little documentaries about imaginary alien worlds. This whole new territory is yours for the taking. And finally, rule number 3. The real money, it's not in those little 10-second viral clips. I mean, they're cool, but they're so easy to copy. The sustainable long-term income is in longer formats, videos that are over 30 seconds. You have to use SORA as a secret weapon in a niche you build, not just as a one-trick pony. Because think about it, if your competition can copy your entire strategy just by typing one sentence into SORA, your business model is broken from the start.
All right, now that we've got the ground rules down, let's get into the fun stuff, the actual strategies. Think of these next 3 as your first map to finding the treasure in this new world.
So first on our map, viral animal stories. You know the ones, right? Super wholesome. Well, there's a channel out there with 10 million subscribers and 3.5 billion views that just posts these heartwarming stories that people go crazy for. And here is the wild part. A lot of them are completely made up.
And this is where SORA just completely changes the game for this niche. See, the hardest part was always finding enough good stories, but now you don't have to find them, you just make them. You can dream up any heartwarming story you want, and the AI will bring it to life. Now, there is one small challenge, which is the watermark that SORA puts on videos, but there are already tools out there like Runway ML that can help you get rid of them.
And if you don't believe how effective this is, get this. The creator of our source material put up an AI-generated video of a cat rescue on TikTok. It started to go viral, and not a single person in the comments had a clue it was AI. They were all praising the woman in the video, calling her a hero. That's how believable this tech is already.
Okay, so here's the big catch with SORA right now. It's got a major limitation. It can only spit out 10-second clips. That's fine for a quick viral hit, but it's terrible if you actually want to make money. So the solution is to start thinking in formats. You need a structure, a formula, that lets you stitch a bunch of these 10-second clips together to make one longer, cohesive video.
And that, my friends, brings us perfectly to our second niche, which is a brilliant example of a smart format, ranking videos.
You have no idea how powerful this is. The creator we're talking about tested this out. New TikTok account, funniest SORA moments, boom, 1 million views almost instantly. The strategy is so simple. Just pick a niche, generate 6 or 7 short clips, and edit them together into a ranking video. Now, to really make it pop, you need 2 things. First, an absolutely insane eye-catching clip in the very first half second. And second, 0 dead space between clips. You gotta keep people's thumbs from scrolling away.
Okay, let's keep this momentum going. Our third short-form niche builds on all this, visual storytelling. You know all those channels that tell Reddit stories or crime stories, right? What do they usually use for visuals? Yeah, that boring Minecraft parkour footage in the background. Before, if you wanted custom visuals, you had to hire an animator, which costs a fortune. Some channels have 40 animators on staff. But now, with SORA, one person can generate amazing custom B-roll for $0, instantly making their content look 1,000 times better than the competition.
Okay, so we've covered the basics, the entry-level stuff. Now let's really level up. We're gonna dive into 3 more advanced methods. Yeah, they take a little more creativity, but trust me, the payoff can be way, way bigger.
First on the advanced list, AI-powered UGC, or user-generated content. If you don't know, this is a huge market. We're talking about companies paying creators thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars, just for those authentic-looking videos that promote a product. You know, the ones that look like they were just shot on a phone. So the mission, should you choose to accept it, is to use SORA to make these ads that actually convert into sales. And the secret sauce here is being super specific. You gotta prompt SORA like you're a movie director. I'm talking camera angles, timestamps, the whole shebang. You can even upload pictures of the product you're trying to sell. And a little pro tip, splice in some real screen recordings of an app or website to make it feel even more legit. If you can crack this code, you can make a serious amount of money.
Okay, this next one is really cool. It's about using SORA to create an AI-generated narrator. And this solves a very specific, kind of annoying problem for anyone trying to make money on certain platforms. So fun fact, did you know that platforms like Snapchat and Facebook, they have rules? They often require a person's face to be on camera if you want to get paid. Well, guess what? Now you don't have to show your face. You can just generate a digital person with SORA to narrate your videos. And it could be a totally realistic human, or you could get weird with it and have a talking SpongeBob narrate your video. It's a simple trick that can unlock monetization on platforms where you couldn't before.
All right, last but not least in our advanced section, long-form video. Now, you might be thinking, hang on, SORA clips are expensive. How on earth can we use this for long videos? Well, the answer is a pretty clever hybrid approach.
But before I give you the solution, you need to get this one key idea. SORA is what the business nerds call a horizontally enabling layer. All that really means is it's not just a tool for one thing. It's a technology you can just layer on top of almost any format that already exists to make it way, way better.
So here's how that hybrid strategy works. A full hour of SORA video, yeah, that could run you thousands of dollars. It's just not going to happen. But what if you only generate the first 30 seconds? Imagine a History Channel that starts with a super realistic video of a war veteran telling a story. You're hooked, right? And then, after that powerful intro, it just transitions to cheaper, normal content. You create the illusion of this massive budget production without the massive cost. It's genius.
Okay, we've gone through the rules, we've laid out the strategies, so what's next? What do you actually do right now to go stake your claim in this gold rush? Well, here is the Source Creator's personal 3-step action plan. Number 1, launch a ton of Shorts channels. Just spam them out, especially animal-based ones, and test everything. The key here is volume. Give each idea at least 30 to 60 videos before you decide if it's a winner. Number 2, focus on Facebook. The audience on Facebook Reels is perfect for this stuff. They're super receptive and often won't even notice it's AI. Plus, you're building up valuable theme pages where your follower count actually means something. And third, get an edge with tools. Find software that gives you an advantage, whether it's a watermark remover or something else. Don't play fair.
Look, the opportunity is right here, right now. The playing field has never been more level, the tools are right there at our fingertips, and the audience, they're ready. This is one of those moments. The AI gold rush is officially on. So the only question left is, are you going to be a pioneer, or are you going to be one of the 99% watching from the sidelines?